Hello and welcome to the round 20 review for Supercoach 2022. It is George from Fantasy Take TV. Another bad week. I think this was the week where we realized that top 1K, I think you get KFC, and I don't eat KFC. I think it's terrible food that no one should eat anyway, but the KFC prize, I'm not going to get that, but it would be nice to have top 1K on the resume, but not this year. So a lot went wrong, and I think Sunday especially, a lot went wrong. Just not owning Zach Merritt every week. Like, I think what the worst thing was, at halftime he was on 36 or 37, something like that, and I'm sitting here saying finally some relief, and then he had I think it must have been the biggest second half for fantasy anyway of all time. I think he had 140 points in the second half. So I don't know. Supercoach, I'm not too sure, but it must have been about, what did he get, 140? So it would have 100-point half. So I don't know, dude. And then like we got 4 other issues. We used our trades. We brought in Bailey Dale for Hewitt, so that was fine. We used our last trade. Don't ask. We traded Petrarca to steal without negative points, but I can't be fucked explaining. But we scored 2,348. We're 2K. So probably going to blow out to 3,000. But yeah, just the team captain's Laird. I think Laird has been probably the biggest positive. We brought him in before the buys, and to get all his captain scores and his scores in just consistent. So I think in the first half of the year, our captains weren't great. But because we've been able to captain Laird the last month, we haven't really stuffed captains up. So that's been a bonus because we really need it. But honestly, this team, I don't know where to start. So we've gone over Zach Merritt, and the thing that annoyed me the most is that I went Walsh over Merritt, and the fact that I used an extra trade on an extra 100k on Walsh over Merritt, and that would have, wherever I used that, I probably would have gone. Cripps has come good at least, but probably in the buy rounds I would have done Steele to Cripps. The week after the buy rounds I would have done Steele to Cripps, and that would have been a lot of positive points, probably enough to put me in top, I don't know, maybe not top 1K, I'm not sure, but close to it at least. But yeah, it is what it is. But honestly, like, this defense, like, what a shit show. Short and crisp, and then like Doherty hasn't been good either since we got him in. But we used the loophole, just chuck it on Took for now. Like, Short, oh my goodness. So he's fine. I looked at the team sheets when I did the team sheets video. They've named 6 defenders and Short on the bench. So I'm thinking, okay, I think Short's playing defense here. They brought Ralph Smith out the team, who'd been playing down back, I think. First quarter, terrible down back, but he's down back, so it's fine. He starts the second quarter well, demands a footy, hits a few targets, get his confidence back. He hasn't been at half back for a while. Halfway through, he's kicking a goal up forward, and like, okay, great, he kicked the goal, but why is he forward? And he stays forward. I don't think he even played half forward. He played just a general forward role. So I'm not sure. I think I switched to the other game in most of the fourth quarter, so I'm not exactly sure. So it's not his fault, but well, it kind of is, because he was all Australian caliber defender. He needs to demand that spot and be great at it. So yeah, maybe would have been nice to have luxury to trade him, but like, I had no money. These 2 are worthless. And then Jack Crisp, like, what the fuck has happened to this pick? There's no excuse. At least Short's playing out of position. Like, Crisp, maybe he's playing a bit more half forwardish mid than half back mid, but still he's getting, CBA's are decent, still 50%. No confidence, not getting the disposals. And when he does get a disposal, he kicks it into the fucking 4th row at the MCG. So I'm lost for words. It just doesn't make any sense. Even on the pod a month ago, I said there's no reason why Crisp can't do 105 like he was in the first half of the year from here on out. And honestly, if you told me he will do 85 for the rest of the year, I'll take it. Yeah, 77. What else went wrong? Oscar McInerney. Oh my god. So Brisbane lost the game, and they deserved to lose it because they used Fort as the sub. And what happened was Oscar McInerney was on 45. This is going to be me sucking for I don't know how long, but Oscar McInerney is on 45 halfway through the second quarter. He's playing well, getting a few hits to advantage. Zach Bailey's injured, internal bleeding. Darcy Fort comes on. And all of a sudden, Darcy Fort's the number one ruck. Like, Oscar McInerney, you are the number one ruck. Like, they're both around the stoppage. And McInerney is pushing. He's gone behind the ball. He's gone forward of the ball. Moving out of his way so Fort can ruck. Like, you're the number one ruck. How the fuck are you letting Darcy Fort ruck over you? He finishes on 60. I only just checked 2 minutes ago. He was on 70, but he's been scaled down 9 or 10 points as well. So that's just salt in the wound. But yeah, I think the Fort sub experiment is dead. I do honestly, that club should apologise to all the supporters. I feel sorry for DR if he went to the game and had to sit through that game to be 7 goals up and lose like that. But that's what happens when you make a stupid call on the substitute. You lose the game. And then we stuffed up our loop. So we looped King Connor. He's been great cover for us. We've used him I think twice now this year. Or maybe once, I can't remember. But the security that he brings is nice. We could have looped Cully, Hobbs, and McDonald. I figured Cully got 20 CBAs. He's probably my number one priority to get on the field. And then Hobbs is playing North, so we used those two. Cully, Hammy, he's gone for the year. I think he's our loop at least. He plays last, so I guess we have a perfect loop now. And then Hobbs, 54, I've never seen a player burnt so much in my life. He works so hard. Like Jake Stringer, you could give Jake Stringer, I was going to say something related to what he's done in the past, but maybe not. But you give him $1 million, pass to Ben Hobbs, or try and bust for a tackle and kick a goal, and he'd go the ladder every time. He does not pass. It's like early in the year, Degoe and Lipinski. Degoe burnt Lipinski like 400 times at the beginning of the year, and Hobbs just gets burnt so much. They don't use him, and he works so hard to get into space, and they don't use him as much. So again, the role is terrible. He's around the ball a bit, but for the most part, he's forward of the ball of stoppage. So that's where we'll set up. But he's been a great rookie for us. So, and again, it would have been nice to have trades to use his money, like 300k sitting here doing nothing, 300k here, 300k here, 300k here. Whereas you see other people will have like dead benches and no money on the bench, but because we can't upgrade the team, we had 3 trades. Hobbs down, 200k short and crisp to 2 good defenders, but is what it is. So I don't know how long we just spat the dummy for, but yeah, I guess we'll review the team for a bit, probably not too long. Defense was solid, I guess, apart from these 2, and Doherty hasn't been that good, but yeah, Dale was solid. Dawson was great. Still playing back, like him up on the wing, but scores well down back, I guess, too. And Sicily, Hardwick just took his kick-ins, like every single one. And Sicily wasn't really demanding the footy much either, but 93 is like, it's not terrible. It's not short and crisp level bad, but just not demanding the footy as much for some reason. Got to take those kick-ins. Sick, they're yours. You're the king back there, not bloody Hardwick. Mids was trade Petrarch. No Petrarch, no Merritt, no Brayshaw. Basically scored 140 each. Don't have any of them. Had Petrarch last week, but because we're stupid, we traded him for Steele. But it did feel good to own Steele because one of my favourite players. So doesn't change the fact that I lost, 30 points on that trade. Clary, I think, will VC this week against Collingwood. He was tagged this week by Aish for the entire game. I think the glove was off, I'm not sure, but he should be raring to go, and I think he'll be a big one from Clary. So hard to see anyone not VCing Clary against Collingwood. Have to be pretty brave to do that, I think. Although I do like VC Took against Hawthorn, and Laird against West Coast is pretty safe. And if you have Mills on North, I could see people going for that as well if they don't want to do Oliver or whatever, if they traded Oliver when he was injured. And then Neil, I'm not sure Neil's reliable captain anymore. In fantasy, he's been pretty terrible. 115, 5 rounds. It's not enough for captains, I think. Laird's gone berserk, 138. So Laird's more reliable captain for now, but Laird's M1 now, which is pretty cool. But Obviously, Oliver and Neil have been tagged, so they'd probably be M1 thereabouts over Laird, but yeah, Laird doesn't get tagged. McRae's going to be interesting if people want to start him or not, because he won't be that expensive like he was last year, but like 5 round of 101. Had a good one straight after the buy, and since then, not great. Not too sure. And yeah, Cripps, not sure. A few people traded Cripps, and I would have done the same. For some reason, he's moving freely again. I can't explain it, but I guess it's good that he's made this turnaround, and good for his footy, because kind of thought like it was just a 6-week thing, that would you know, the old 2018 2019 Cripps was back only for a short period, but I thought he was quite good on the weekend. Very good at stoppage. Had a few moments where he burst out of stoppage and didn't kick the goals like he was, but had a few chances where I thought he might have. So yeah, he was pretty good. And then there's no Hewitt, and then Kennedy went down. So Cripps and Walsh and Chera, they got the midfield to themselves now. Probably throw in Fisher there. Maybe they recall Paddy Dow. I think he's been okay in the VFL, so probably gets traded, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I guess it's nice that he's come back, but I still think his ownership would be about 80%, I think, in the top 1K, so he'd still be pretty high. And then Witts, like, honestly, like, paid 630 for this, paid 670 for Gawn, and Gawn dropped 100k and got injured. So that, yeah, look at all these low scores. I think he's looked good though the past few weeks. It's just the hit advantage aren't there, and against Nick Nat, it's not easy. But yeah, that's been another. I guess, you know, when you drop 140k, I guess it's never going to be a good trade. But the Rucks have been pretty turbulent this year, so it's been quite hard. But yeah, maybe Short and Darcy would have been better. But just injury risk and whatnot, given I was low trades. And then the forward line was fine. Hobbs did what he could. English, man, I think I don't want to know how many points I've lost on doing Heaney to English. 2 trades, 150k used. I don't know, but I guess maybe the concussion. Do we just blame the concussion? I don't know. So yeah, 0 trades now. So only 3 weeks left, but a cover. Well, we lost one of them this week. So Hammy for Cully. So I don't expect to see him back. But Owens has come back. We have C-Mac and Hobbs, who should play out the year. So, and then Ware, and then not playing Thompson for whatever reason. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, no trades. VC and C. I think it's got to be Oliver into Laird for me. If you don't have Oliver, I'd probably go Tuke or Mills. VC into Laird. If you don't have Laird, yeah, Oliver, Laird, Tuke, Mills, any combo of those. I don't like Mills as a C, but I like him as a VC just because he has a low floor. So I would go that route. Bont was a little sore apparently. Who does he play? Freo. Oh, maybe they sent Aish to Bont. Maybe that's a no-go. Merritt against GWS. I mean, hopefully Ash tags him for my sake. Otherwise, it's another week of 140s from Merritt. Can't believe how he's going, and even Essendon have turned it around. So is it Merritt that's turned Essendon around, or just Essendon in general have turned it around, and they've helped Merritt because they were below the Crows when people were bringing Merritt in. So yeah, rip. Anyway, that's all from me. Thanks for watching, and hopefully less sooking next week. And we'll see you this week on the pod and the team sheets video and whatnot. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.